Just wanted to talk, that's all.
All we need is a miracle, Frankie. We had one last night. Do the Yankees have another one in them tonight behind Mr. Cam Schlittler? How you feeling, Mr. Frankie Baseball?
I am feeling a lot better today than I was 24 hours ago, and so is all of Yankee Nation. I'm feeling so good about yesterday's victory there. It was just a terrific performance from the Bronx Bombers. The Judge home run is just a thing of
Epic.
art. And now it feels like all the momentum is starting to be on our side here a little bit. Having to, with Schlittler going up against the bullpen game for the Jays, things are looking good for us, and let's just hope that it stays that way. But I'm feeling good, Derek. I'm feeling good. We did not die last night. Let's just get another one here at home, and then let's figure out what we're gonna do Friday. But I'm feeling good right now.
Let's take a look at the lineup here. We were checking how old Mike Francesa is. I'm just going to get rid of that. He's 71 years old, by the way. So Trent Grisham leading off in center field. Aaron Judge, the captain, the hero, a god among men. He's incredibly good looking. He is batting second. Cody Bellinger batting third in left field. He had a base knock last night. He had a home run in this series. He might be beginning to turn it on a little bit, Frankie. He is possibly our pick to click. Let's not spoil our predictions quite yet because we're going to do it later on. But let's just maybe keep him on the on the idea board here for a pick to click. Giancarlo Stanton. If you believe in due, he is due. And he hit the ball hard last night. He is your DH tonight. Jazz Chisholm will try and stay awake for the entire game this time. But I will say this, his power nap seemed to provide a little bit of power. Credit to John Perlinger on that one. That was a great joke, great tweet. Got Paul Goldschmidt getting the start tonight. Ben Rice on the bench. And I think this is a defense move. I think that they're going for defense and maybe contact, like maybe just trying to put the ball in play tonight. I mean, maybe they're looking at, the way the Blue Jays have been winning, they've been, just making contact, and Goldschmidt is somebody who puts the ball in play. Austin Wells had a couple of hits last night after I said he stunk. Volpe has really been struggling the last several games. Do you think he's going to turn it back on? Is this going to turn the fans back against him after that series against Boston?
Yeah, we're already like, yeah, screw this guy, get rid of him. I will say, I'm liking the lineup here. I'm fine with the move, taking out Rice because he's been struggling, putting in Goldie there. It's a good mixture of lefties and righties, great for a bullpen game. Overall satisfied with the lineup here. Now they just got to produce, and I'm expecting a couple of these guys, like you mentioned, Stanton. He's due for something. Can we, now that Judge has got his home run, can we expect another one from him? And then what about these other guys like Jazz and Goldie, who's been on the bench here recently? I'm feeling good about this lineup. I think Boone here did a nice job, and now it's just on us to execute it.
Yeah, we got some creative comments in here. Laura Pardee says Yankees stink. I mean, hey, we get
Why
Yankees
are you on
fans
this channel?
Right. It's called
here?
Pinstripe Territory, right? Not
Exactly.
Blue Jay Territory, whatever. I don't care. Like and subscribe, Blue Jays fans. It helps me get paid. So Frankie, all right, couple things. What are we expecting from Cam Schlittler tonight? I mean, that's the story on everybody's mind. Last time out, 8 shutout innings, 12 strikeouts, no walks. Last night, Kratz was saying that if he can keep the ball down in the zone, his odds might be a little bit better than if he pitches up in the zone, which is where he likes to pitch. I'm a little bit worried that if he tries to kind of make that adjustment, he might miss and he might split the difference a little bit and end up in the middle of the zone. So, maybe down once in a while and then, up above the zone a little bit. I don't know I'm not a major league catcher, so I don't know if I can come up with a great strategy here. I just hope he doesn't give up any runs over 8 innings again. That would be beautiful.
That would be amazing. Is it too much of us all to ask him to do it again? I mean, it was such a special performance there. Yeah, I guess.
You can't be better. You can't be better than that. It was amazing.
It was amazing. And, with how, although our bullpen was great last night, I think we still have our doubts about him. So, we would all love to see him do that again, but it would certainly be interesting if he could pull that off. I am expecting another good performance from him, not as dominant as the Red Sox game, but I am expecting him I could just tell this kid just has that confidence, that aura, as the kids say, that swagger. You can just tell that he's already had to deal with one do or die game. You can just tell that he's going to, like, the big moment doesn't worry him. So now the question is, can Toronto? They've been hot for 2.5 games in this postseason against the Yankees here, and then they were mostly silent at the second half. But can they resurrect that? Is Vladdy going to go off again? How is Cam going to be able to deal with Vladdy? There's a lot of questions here, but I'm expecting another good outing out of Schuttler. Maybe not as good as his game against Boston, but I'm still expecting some good stuff out of him. Again, I just believe in the kid. I know it's been only one postseason game we've seen from him, and we haven't seen much of him. But I just
he's
have
cocky.
that faith in him.
He's confident.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I agree with you. I think he's got the swagger. Now it's just about executing, right? I mean, he still is a rookie. What worries me is even if you win tonight, you still got to pull off one more miracle in Toronto. All I need is a miracle. Yeah, we got to do it twice because the Yankees have played miserably in Toronto. And, I mean, the pitching doesn't necessarily line up the Yankees' way in Game 5. I mean, you might be able to go Max Fried, but Kevin Gausman has dominated the Yankees the last few times he's faced him. The crowd is going to be absolutely nuts. They're going to want to finish it. I think one positive of winning tonight, at least, if we can take it away and not look too far ahead, is that if you can win tonight, at the very least, the Blue Jays do not celebrate in the Bronx on your turf again, because that's like insult to injury, right? That's like you're getting kicked in the nuts while you're getting robbed. That's what that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a very specific situation there, Derek. I will say,
on a Tuesday, by a woman.
It was, oh gosh, it was brutal in 2004 when Boston celebrated on our turf, when the Astros celebrated a couple years ago, when the Dodgers did it last year. The Red Sox celebrated twice, 2004, 2018. So no, you don't want that. You want to, at least, if they're going to celebrate, don't celebrate over here. Let it be back in your hometown. Man, it's just such. It was so hard. Even though last night was great, it was still hard for me to get excited because I kept thinking, like you did, about tonight, and then more importantly about Game 5. What was their record in Toronto? Maybe somebody in the comments can pull it up. What their record was in Toronto. Obviously, they had the sweep. How many games did they play in Toronto this year? Like 9, 10, 11 games?
I think they were one. I think if you include the playoffs, they're 1-8, something like that.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
But on the other hand, I mean, you got to look at the odds. I mean, how many times can you beat a team as good as the Yankees, like in one spot? I mean, like, I believe in like the law of averages. I just think like you're not going to miss 100 basketball shots in a row, even if you stink, right? Well, maybe if you stink, you're not going to make 100 in a row if you're good, right? There's going to be, you're going to even out. You're going to miss. Things are going to go different. There's going to be a ball that bounces away, and there's going to be a call, or there's going to be a fan interference, or somebody's going to hang a slider and it's going to go out of the ballpark. I just think that too many weird things can happen in baseball for trends to continue like that over and over again. You're not going to. I mean, it's very difficult to bowl a 300 game. You things get messed up. What is it? Chaos theory, right? Things get out of control. Anyway, Frankie, I want to play some voicemails because we got some very hardworking people who called in today. Let's begin with Steve, who had some crow last night.
Derek, Steve from Maine. 2 things. When you open up your show tonight, you got to play All We Need Is a Miracle. Secondly, that crow that I had last night, it was delicious. Serve it up piping hot or ice cream on top or whatever. I loved it. Let's go!
It's great to hear Steve get excited for once, because this is a guy who usually is just angry at Aaron Judge, and that's his day job, is he stays angry at Aaron Judge. But the crow, delicious. Do you think that Aaron Judge will even get any pitches in the strike zone today?
Again, if Schneider was smart, he wouldn't do it. I can't. Although to be fair, that pitch that he hit yesterday was barely in the strike zone, and somehow he was able to.
That's true.
I don't know if I've ever seen that kind of. I think even Jeter said after the game, the only guy that could hit that pitch out for a home run is Aaron Judge. Like, that was just such a. I don't know how he was able to pull that off. It was so cinematic the way it hit the foul pole like that. It was incredible. I think he will. I think he will. He shouldn't, but I think curiosity will get the best of him. And just one quick thing here: the Tigers have just taken a 4-3 lead over the Mariners. Riley Green has just hit a home run. Detroit has come back from 3 down here to lead it here in the bottom of the bottom of the 6th.
Good series. Okay, so take me through the moment, and let's just share each other's moments here of the home run of your situation. Obviously, the Yankees were down 6-1. We were texting back and forth, and you said, I should have just been texting you this whole time, because it turns out I'm actually not a jinx. They stink either way. And then after that, they start coming back. You get the barrage of hits. You get a couple of runners on for Judge, and he hits one out of the park. Take me through that moment. How did Frankie react? Did you lose your mind? Did you scream? Did you jump up and down? What happened?
I was weirdly calm about it because I was on the phone with some of my cousins, and we were watching that home run, and I did a fist pump. I was happy. I was like, wow, I can't believe he pulled it off. And then my next thought was, are we gonna blow this again? Is the bullpen just gonna blow? I am this team, this manager. These last few years have like scarred me so much that I no longer like expect positivity. I'm always like, oh gosh, here we go. Devin Williams is going to come in and he's going to give up 3 runs. Credit to Devin Williams last night. He was sensational along with the rest of the pen. So I was happy, but I was still like, all right, next man up. Even when Jazz hit the home run, I'm like, all right, great. Let's keep it going. Like, I will not celebrate. I will not go crazy. I will not jump up and down until if it happens that we win, that we take the lead in game 5, and if we win game 5, then I will lose my mind. Then I'll go crazy. But right now, I'm like, all right, next man up. We got to keep going.
Well, Frankie, I allow myself to have feelings about sports, something I'm passionate about, and so I'm watching the game. My cat is sitting on the chair behind me, and I get up and I'm petting the cat and watching the game, and I'm just kind of nervously pacing, and then I see Judge launch it, and I just immediately went silent, and my hand was on the cat, and I yelled, "Oh my God!" It started going crazy. The cat, like a bat out of hell, just takes off. It thought it was in trouble. And I'm screaming, I'm dancing around, yeah. And then my camera's going nuts right now. And my wife comes out of the bedroom. She had been getting ready like 2 closed doors away, like closed door to the bedroom and closed door to the bathroom with her headphones on, listening to a podcast, and heard me screaming. But because it was kind of muffled out, she didn't know if I was screaming, "Fire! House is burning down! Let's go! Terrorists have taken over the Levandowski compound!" Like, she didn't know what I was doing. So she comes running out, and she's like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm just like, "Yeah!" And I'm like, giving high five, and I'm jumping up and down. "Judge hit a home run! I can't fucking believe it!" And I was just going absolutely nuts. And that was.
And then she probably just went back to her room and was just shaking her head like, this guy is just nuts.
Yeah. Okay, so we got another great call here. This is about Dominguez and Superstitions.
Hey, Derek. Jordan calling in. 2 questions for you. In your opinion, how come Jason Dominguez hasn't gotten more playing opportunity, even in pinch running situations? And 2, what is your superstitious thing when the Yankees start winning? What do you do? What do you not do? Just out of curiosity. Let's go. Game 4. All rise. Let's go, Yanks.
Okay, so on the Dominguez thing, he didn't play much down the stretch, so I wasn't expecting him to play. He has pinch run a couple of times, but I think they're trying to keep Stanton's bat in the lineup as much as possible because he's been so good in the playoffs. So that kind of, takes away some opportunities. But, maybe we'll see him at some point. Hopefully the Yankees can get a big lead, and then we'll see Dominguez. The other thing, superstition. So I don't believe that you can jinx or change a game or anything just from talking about it on a podcast or watching it on TV. That being said, I don't know exactly how the universe works, right? I mean, we're all energy. We're all like entangled with the universe. So the butterfly effect may be real. So just in case, if something good is happening for the Yankees, I try not to change anything, right? I'm not like, I'm going to hold on to this coin, or I'm going to jiggle my hat, or I'm going to hold my left ankle, like I don't know. I try, and if the Yankees are playing well, not change anything in the room, not turn the volume up, not change the channel. I try to not drink anything or eat anything. I just try and keep the universe as close to the existent situation as possible. What about you? Do you have any superstitions?
The one superstition I do before every game is I just snort a line of cocaine, and it really just helps me. I kid.
Don't smoke crack.
In all seriousness, I was talking to my mom today, and she said, "You should wear the same Yankee shirt that you wore yesterday." And I was like, "That's not true. That's not. I don't believe in that.
It's not hygienic."
Because I've been wearing Yankee shirts for the last 16 years, and nothing has worked. So look, whatever makes you feel better. Baseball is, as Yogi said, it's half mental. Whatever makes you feel better, whatever makes you enjoy the game or feel like you can do something, whatever it helps. I don't judge. Go out there and do it.
Yeah. All right, so here's Kenneth.
Derek. Hey, Derek, it's Kenneth. Huge fan of the show. What a win last night. Still can't get over it. That game reminded me of the 2017 wild card game. Yankees are down early. Starter doesn't have it. Manager pulls the starter out. Bullpen game the rest of the way. Bullpen masterclass. And then Yankees get to within 3 runs, and you have a 3-run homer to tie the game. It was Didi in 2017. It was Judge last night. Judge finally has his postseason moment. It's a series again. 2017 vibes I got from that game last night. 2017 vibes. Going to the game tonight, they're 5-1. When I go to the games this year, let's go Yankees. Let's even up this series. Cam Schlittler on the mound against the bullpen of the Jays. Let's get it.
All right, great call, Kenneth. So we got some fans of your pregame ritual there, Frankie. But that's a great comparison, the 2017. I think I've told this story a number of times, but not everybody watches every day, and we got a bunch of new subscribers. So I was in San Francisco during that 2017 game, and I was working at a show called Oracle Open World, which is like a trade show for like software and so forth. And then the game was starting. The entire team, the booth team, the marketing team, they went out on the town. They went to dinner. And I decided I want to watch the Yankee game, so I got a little Pizza Hut box, like a little personal pan pizza and a Dr. Pepper. And because I bought it from a hotel Pizza Hut, it was like $87 for just that. I mean, you know, they don't know the prices everywhere else on earth, Frankie. So Yankees are down 3-0. And I'm getting texts from my teammates who are on the marketing team who are watching the score, and they're saying, "I'm sorry, this sucks. You're missing a great dinner to watch the Yankees blow. You know, sucks to be you." And then Didi hits the big home run. I start jumping up and down on the bed like a little kid, and I spilled my Dr. Pepper right in my Pizza Hut. So I ruined both things at once. Not only did I lose my Dr. Pepper, I had to eat soggy Pizza Hut with no drink. Actually, I drank it with like a water. It was like, you know, the gross water you get from a hotel with the plastic cup and maybe some ice. And also my bed was like soaked in Dr. Pepper, so I had to like sleep way over on the side. And I don't drink Dr. Pepper anymore, Frankie, because I have diabetes. Let's hear from DraftKings, and then we'll be back to give our predictions. Pressure is on, the lights are brighter, and with DraftKings Sportsbook, you're right there in the middle of every moonshot moment. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the intensity of October with player props, live in-game betting, and odds that can change as fast as a ball flying over the fence. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code FOUL. That's code FOUL to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Minimum minus 500 odds required. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
All right, Frankie Baseball, one more thing that we got to say. I am wearing a Yankees hat that was sent to me by Lids. And we're so lucky to have great sponsors on this show. You know, we just added Fox 1 last night. They're going to cover the game tonight. We got DK, who you just heard from. But we're also brought to you by Lids, the new home for all things Topps trading cards. I don't know if you heard, they just got that NBA license. So they got a lot of cool trading cards coming out. They got the latest Bowman Chrome drop. Text Territory to 29017 to receive $20 off your, text 29017 to receive 20% off your next purchase of any headwear or apparel at any U.S. Lids store. And this is a really great hat, Frankie. I was getting comments in the chat about how my other Yankees hat had some fuzz and some like goo and some crumbs and some meatballs and just all sorts of cat hair, all sorts of shit on it. Because I have like 5 or 6 Yankees hats and I wear them all the time because, as you can see, I am losing my hair, Frankie. I'm not a good looking gentleman. I'm kind of a weird looking guy. I got thin hair and
I think your wife would disagree.
Maybe. But she stuck with me. I was good looking when we got married, but my hair fell out. What do you want me to do? So I wear a hat. I think it makes me feel a little bit more confident in myself. And when I get a new hat, it just makes me feel great. So shout out to Lids. Okay, let's. We got a couple of more voicemails, but let's first do our predictions. Who's your home run prediction for tonight? Pick one guy.
I can't say Judge. I mean, I could say Judge again, but I'm going to go. We talk about the guy who's due, Stanton. It's got to happen. It's got to happen at some point. I can just see it like bottom of the second or bottom of the first, a couple runners on, and Stanton just absolutely like launches one into another solar system. I'm going to say it's Stanton.
Yeah. I was going to say Stanton, but since you stole it, I'm going to take my backup pick. And my backup pick is a guy who had a couple of nice swings over the last few days, Cody Bellinger. Okay. How many innings for Cam Schlittler?
7.
I'm going to say 5 2/3. I'm going to say 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. So a mid kind of outing compared to his last outing. But because the Yankees are facing a bullpen that they have beat up on the last couple of days, I think the Yankees will score plenty of runs. And I think they might win this game 9-4, 10-5. Like, I think if they win, they're going to do it decisively. So, all right, last prediction of the night. Do the Yankees win or do they lose?
I've been thinking about this all day because it seems like all the momentum is on, as I mentioned, all the momentum is on the Yankee side. They they're going up against a bullpen game, Judge's home run. It just seems like, which gets me a little nervous. Like the idea of, everyone's picking the Yankees here. But you know what? I'm going to roll with it. Yeah, Tigers up 7-3. My goodness, Seattle's a collapse in there. I'm taking the Yankees here. I'm rolling with the Yankees. I think we get another excellent outing from Schlittler. And I think the offense does just enough. I don't know what they're going to do in Game 5. And that is my one other thing I wanted to touch on. Don't waste last night. I texted you today. Don't waste last night. Last night was a special performance by the Yankees with everything. The comeback, I think the 4th time in Yankee playoff history that they've come back from 5 runs or more. Don't waste such a special night with Judge having his playoff moment and all these things happening. Don't waste it. Win today, win Friday, and make this something to remember. No one really remembers Game 4 of last year's World Series. I mean, some fans remember Aaron Hicks's home run in Game 5 of 2019, but we all remember what happened the next game. Don't put this to waste. Make this something special. Make this something that will last. Make this Game 4 of 96. Make this the turning point to what leads us to a world championship.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a little biased, but I think the Yankees are going to get it done. Okay, let's get a couple of more email or voicemails here.
Hey man, my name is Angelo. I'm from Ottawa, Canada. I'm a diehard Yankees fan. Let's go Yankees. Not gonna lie, 4th inning, I was nervous. I had no faith, and that takes a lot for me not to have any faith in the Yankees. But this game's big. We need a win. We need to take it back to Toronto and show them who's boss. I live in Ottawa, so there's a lot of Jays fans here, and I'd love to prove them.
He lives in Ottawa. A lot of Jays fans. Sorry about that. It is what it is. And then here we got Mary Beth.
Hey, Derek, it's Mary Beth. Good morning. I just wanted to congratulate you on the Fox One coming over and they're sponsoring you or whatever they're doing. Okay, I'll probably call back later. Off to hike with the dogs. Go Yankees. Congrats on the Fox One. Bye.
Appreciate it. That comes from our friends at Foul Territory. Obviously, such great supporters. And we got one more thought experiment here.
All right, Derek. Excited about the game last night. Excited for the game tonight. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but I like the thought experiment. It's always fun to look ahead and be optimistic. If we do make a potential Game 5, who starts? As you mentioned last night with Kratz, Yarbrough is not on the roster, which I think was a huge mistake because he sucks and Warren sucks. And Yarbrough was very good for us before he was injured. I wonder if Reed is an option since he only pitched 3 innings in Game 2.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's an option, but also he sucked. So, who knows? But we'll see. Interested on your thoughts on this. It'll be quite the conundrum.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Fried on short rest. But it wouldn't shock me if they went bullpen game, But our problem there is that the Yankees bullpen is dog shit. So, although they did pitch pretty well last night, I agree. I think it would have been a really good idea to have Yarbrough on the roster for exactly this reason. Mix and match. keep the team, create soft contact, right? For a team that doesn't strike out, the next option, if you don't have a strikeout pitcher or you're having trouble striking them out, is to create soft contact, right? Somebody who can keep them off balance. And I think it was a mistake keeping Yarborough off the roster.
Yeah, it's definitely something the Yankees probably should have done a little bit differently. I agree with you. I don't. You said bullpen game, and a chill just went up my spine. Like I don't. The idea of that being a Game 5 in Toronto is just a nightmare situation. I think they're gonna have to go with Fried. I imagine he's gonna be better in. He can't be worse than he was in Game 2. And quick little question here. All right, let's really do thought exercise here. So if we win Game 5 and Fried starts Game 5, who starts Game 1?
Wait a second. Is Fried actually on short rest? Because when was Game 2 was? I don't have my calendar. Sunday. So. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So he'd actually be normal rest. Okay? I was thinking it was Monday for whatever reason. Yeah. So but he did only pitch 3 innings. He got shellacked.
Yes. So who would start Game 1? If they go with Fried Game 5, who starts a hypothetical Game 1 against either Seattle or Detroit?
Carlos Rodon.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you go because you're going to have a couple days off. I think you go with Carlos Rodon. Yeah, I think the rotation for the ALCS would be Rodon, Heel, Schlittler, Fried in a pivotal Game 4. That could be cool. That would be. Let's get there. Let's get there first. We got to get there first. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Frankie Baseball joining us. And hopefully next year we'll have you on more for these fun pregame shows now that you have a working mic and working headphones and you know how this stuff works. And I mean, it only took us
year, but I finally figured it out. Put the
25 shows, 25 times you were the guest, and 23 times you had some kind of your fucking fire alarm chirping, Taylor Swift going on in the background. You had a big Trump bear in the background. Yeah, I mean, how many things are we gonna? Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you after the game. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Check out NYYDesigns.shop for some great merch. Support our sponsors. It helps keep the show going. And you can find us on all major audio platforms, so be sure to subscribe there too. But most importantly, come back again soon. We'll see you next time.